My name is Al. Welcome to my channel. This is a new video here, and I am at the ICBC Lougheed office, which happens to have, I am using a new camera system here, so hopefully I'm not just getting the ground, otherwise this is going to be a waste of video. So this has an MSA test. So MSA, MST, they're the exact same tests. Super easy tests, but a lot of people fail because they just don't know what they need to do. So in the grand scheme of things, you have a bunch of circuits. So this multicolored line here is your slalom. These two lines here, the two reds, those are your slow riding here. So, and there's a U-turn over there, and then this course converts into a high speed, and by high speed I mean 30 kilometers an hour emergency stop kind of test. So I'm going to walk you through it really quickly. When you start your test, they're going to get you up to these two lines. They're going to ask for your driver's license, all that other stuff. They're also going to do a check of your motorcycle, like if you know your turn signals and all that stuff. It's not marked, who cares? Then what's going to happen is they're going to get you to walk your motorcycle. So you can do it on the seat, you can walk around it, and then they're going to get you to stop on this X here. Your front tire is going to be here, and then they're going to move your rear tire to that X. And then what they're going to do is they're going to tell you to lock all the way to the left, keep it locked, do not straighten your bike out. And what's happening is they're going to walk your bike to about, see these three lines here? They're going to walk you to one of these issue lines, and that is the space that you'll have for the U-turn. Once that's done, ride it, walk it, carry it, however you want to do, to those two lines where they took your driver's license. So, very important. The test is kind of started already, in the sense that if you drop your bike, you'll fail and you won't even start the test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the slow stuff first. So when the examiner says, okay, go, you're going to slow ride using your clutch and throttle in a walking speed. You're going to stop at that X, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do a U-turn, just a nice big U-turn, try not to hit any of the cones, yada yada yada. And then once you're done there, you're going to do a slalom. Now these colors here are the distances that the cones will be in, and that all is depending on the measurement of your motorcycle. So it usually is, I believe it usually is the white ones, but I can't remember, it's been a while. And then so you're going to do your slalom, try not to hit any cones, making sure that you finish the slalom, and then you're going to stop your motorcycle. A lot of people, what they do is once they've finished their slalom, they stop here. That's a mark. So you're going to ride it just a little bit, and then you're going to basically stop here. And then what they're going to do is they're going to get you to position your motorcycle here. So again, however you want to do it, just make sure you don't drop your bike because you'll fail your test. And then from there, it's going to be a left turn right into the, you're not going to stop, it's going to be a left turn between these two gates, and then do not stop, just immediately go into your slow ride again and stop when your front tire is on that X. So I'm going to ride the slow part for you first. Hopefully internet land can see this. So I'm going to do, you basically do each portion of the test twice. So here we're going to do the slow ride. So nice, slow walking speed. Making sure that you're using both your clutch and throttle together. And then we're going to stop on the X. The examiner is going to be like, all right, I need you to make a U-turn, staying in the inside of all the cones that are there. I don't have the cones. So, yeah, you just stay in the markings. I'm going to try and make this as tight as possible. So, make our U-turn. We're not going to stop. We're going to immediately slalom. So we slalom left, right, right. Okay, now we've cleared the stop. Now we stop our motorcycle. So we've cleared that last cone. And they're like, okay, now what I want you to do is we're going to set up in between these two cones here. So again, however you want to do it. You can walk like this. This is not marked. You can back it up. However you want to do, just do not drop your motorcycle, because you drop your motorcycle, like I said, test is over. And then they're going to say, all right, we're going to make a left turn directly into the slow ride, stop on that X. They're going to ask you if you have any questions, ask. If no questions, continue, ready to go. So here we go. So right to the left turn, do not stop on the slow down, and you're just going to ride again. All right, U-turn, slalom, stop when your rear tires cross the last cone. I'm gonna use the white ones, I think. So no, 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 stop. Okay. And that was the slow part. That was the slow portion of the MST or MSA, whatever you want to do. So now the high speed. That guy looks bored. All right, so this time what you're going to do is you're going to position your motorcycle in between these two, and we're not making a right turn, or we're not making a left turn, we're making a right turn. So where you're going to go, making a right turn through this gate here. Then you're going to increase your speed to about 30-ish kilometers an hour. You're going to slow down. You're going to make a big right U-turn here. And then you're going to get 30-ish kilometers again. On this way down, you're going to see the examiner with their hand up. You're going to get to a certain point, and that hand is going to come down. And when that hand comes down, you're going to decrease your speed from 30 to a stop as quick as you can without skidding, dropping any of that stuff, without getting any marks. If that hand is up and you start slowing down, predicting the turn, it's a blown maneuver, 2 blown maneuvers, and you fail, because you have to do this again. So maintain that 30-ish kilometers an hour until that hand drops. And then you're going to basically just do it again the exact same way. So I'll show you this. Uh-oh. There we go. I know where the marks are, so I'm not going to tell you guys because I don't want you to spoil the fun of your own MSA. All right, here we go. Here, if you can see my speedometer, you can kind of see how fast I'm going. All right, here we go. And that's the high speed portion. So they're going to be like, okay, let's do it again. So you're going to stop here. They're going to explain the exact same thing. And you're just going to do it one more time. Now, for those people out there, I am stopping within the distance. I have maybe 10-15 feet to go before I get a blown maneuver or fail the test there. So I've got a lot of distance. If it's raining, it's even more distance. So you have a lot of time to stop, but I'm stopping in a controlled way and I'm not slamming on any brakes. Okay, so here we go. Woo. There we go. And then if you're well, no matter what, they're going to be like, all right, turn off your bike, and they're going to tell you if you passed or not. Now, I passed my, am I good? Yeah, I'm good. So I passed my MST. So here's the two lines here. I'm just going to tell you because I don't care, but that red stripe there is where you need to stop your motorcycle. And I'm just before it, I think. Yeah, I am. That red one down there, that's the rain stop. So if it was raining, you would have an additional 3 or 4 meters to stop. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's the MSA or MST, and it's a super easy course, but a lot of people fail, and it is funny when they fail. Some tips that you could do is to just keep your head and eyes up. Aside from this emergency stop where you have to display that you're using both brakes, don't use your front brake, and especially on a U-turn. You will dump your bike, you'll fail your test, and the examiner's not going to help you pick it up. So you are on your own to pick it up. And if there's people behind you, the examiner is going to be like, hey man, pick up this bike, drag it out of here. I don't care, I got other things to do. It's just going to stress you out. Don't use your rear brake, or don't use your front brake. On the emergency stop, like I said, yes, both brakes, smooth and progressive, you need to stop your motorcycle. But if you are realizing that you're going to shoot your U-turn, use some rear brake to slow it down a little bit, but be careful. The whole test, do it in first gear. There's a whole marking section in the MST that's designed for shifting. A lot of people shift gears, and then when they stop their motorcycle, the examiner is going to ask you, what gear are you in? And if you're like, oh, I don't know, and then they hear the click, blown maneuver. So it's showing that you're stopping in the wrong gear. That's bad. So you can do the whole test. I've done the whole test on a Grom, so 125 piece of shit. And I was able to get this thing, and I'm like 400 pounds. I was able to get this thing at 30 kilometers an hour, no problem. So if you're on a Harley, if you're on a Hayabusa, if you're on a Grom, first gear the entire time. And lastly, if it's put your foot down or dump your bike, put your foot down. You'll get marks, but a dump is, like I said multiple times in this video, it's a fail. So, and then lastly is 2 blown maneuvers. So for an example, let's say you run over 2 cones on your first U-turn. That's your blown maneuver. That's one. It's okay, quote unquote. Don't do it again. If you do it again on your second U-turn, you fail. It's 2 blown maneuvers. Same thing on your high speed. So if you fail, if you start slowing down before the arm drops, that's a blown maneuver. You do it again, you fail. So pretty self-explanatory. Interesting test. I love doing it. It's so much fun. I love coming to this location, the Loki location, just to watch like the very cocky riders fuck it up and just fail and cry. I'm an evil person. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. More videos are coming out on their way. I just need to find the time to do it. And I kind of also want to do like another one on like how not to do your road test and just do dangerous actions left, right, and center to showcase how easy it is to pass that road test. That person's having a lot of problems. If they're on their class 5, you get 2 minutes. If you can't park a straight park in 2 minutes, you fail your test. So yeah. Anyways, thanks internet.